Hi everyone, it's Kelly from Kelly Creates, and today I'm at Scrapbook.com and I'm going to show you some really fun blending techniques with brush pens. Brush pen calligraphy also involves a lot of playful time and artistry when it comes to blending colors. They are water-based pens, so you can mix and layer and make these colors do magic together. We're going to look at 3 different techniques, and I'll show you how to blend with the new Kelly Creates blending pen and blending palette. And we are also going to take a look at the new set of Dream Pens, the Meadow set. Here's the set in the package, and they are beautiful colors that you can layer and blend just like the other Dream Pens. The original rainbow set is, again, water-based ink that you can layer and blend with. So, how do we achieve these effects? Let's take a look at the first effect, and it's called Ombre. So you're going to layer the same color of pen. You can use any color, but I do recommend a lighter color. I'm going to use the Wildflower color from the new Meadow Dream Pen set. And the color has to be lighter because you do want to create a gradient. So if your color is too dark, you will not see a gradient of color when you do this technique. So I have here smooth watercolor paper. You need either smooth watercolor paper or smooth Bristol paper. So I will write the word ombre. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more color to the top of every letter, so we have dark on the upper parts of the letters going to lighter on the bottom. So I will just carefully go over that same area. The key to successful blending is not to rub your paper too much. If you do, it will pill, and also to do small areas at one time. So I'm going to layer here, and it's subtle. You can see it's getting a little darker. And then I'm going to take my blending pen, which has 2 tips, just like my brush pens. And I'll use the larger side because I'm using the larger tip on this ombre word. I'm going to now go into this gradient area so I don't have a harsh line. And I'm going to pull down that color into the bottom part of the letter. So I'll go do that at the M, and you will do this on every stroke. The reason I'm going letter by letter or stroke by stroke is because if the ink sinks into the paper, you are going to have trouble moving it. So you don't want to write a word, go out for coffee, come back, and work on your blending. You want to do it stroke by stroke and letter by letter. And there is the finished effect with the ombre look, and you get that nice gradient of color. Again, remember, we're using smooth watercolor paper or Bristol paper. You can't use regular cardstock. Now, if you look closely at the tip of my blending pen, which is clear ink, you will see a little bit of pink. Now, if it's stained, it's totally okay, but what you want to have on hand is a piece of smooth scrap paper that you can basically just scribble away and clean your pen. You can do this with any brush pen that has that you're mixing with other colors. So there you can see it's clean now, and my tip is clean. Even if my tip is dark with the pigment ink, it doesn't mean that it still carries the ink. So don't worry if it's stained, it will still be perfectly useful. The next technique we're going to do is actually using 2 colors of brush pen. And here I have a combination of the orange base and the red added in. So let's look at those 2 colors, and we'll see how they blend together. So here's the orange, which is called Sunset, and here is the red pen, which is called Coral. No matter which colors you choose, you will always write with the lighter color first, and then add in a darker color. And the only way you can kind of figure this out is actually just to play around and do some swatches of different colors and see how they look together. That's the fun part, is to play with the colors. So I've written my base word in orange, and now I'm going to take the red pen and add it to the top and color it in like this. So now I take the blending pen and I'm going to just carry down this color a little bit so I don't see that line of red. And if you think that red isn't dark, I'm just going to show you. You can layer on another color. This is my new Meadow pen set, and this is Cardinal. So Cardinal is much darker. As you can see, that red and orange are fairly close together. So if you add in a darker color, it has a stronger impact. Just be careful you are not overworking the paper. You want to be careful not to tear the paper and to try to do this with as few strokes as possible. So for the next word, I'm going to use my palette and my blending pen and 3 colors. Remember, one of the colors has to be light. So I'm going to start with this light blue. And this time with the palette, I'm going to lay down my pink, my blossom color, and my river, my dark blue color, onto my palette, and then I will pick it up with my blending pen and add it to my word. So I'm going to scribble the dark blue, the river color from the Meadow set onto my palette. You can't see it, but it's there. I'm also going to scribble the blossom onto my palette, and this is a silicone palette. It's really nice. It sticks to the table. It won't move around. And I will take my blending pen, pick up these colors, and add them to my love word, just like this. So I'm going to do the top first. And now that I have letters done in pink, I'm going to take my scrap paper, scribble out my pink off of my blending pen. I will go back to my palette here and pick up the dark blue river color with my blending pen and add it to the bottom of these letters. So I have 3 colors in one letter. Now in between applying these colors, you can actually scribble out and clean your pen just so you don't get one solid color of blue coming out. If you don't clean your pen at this point, then you're going to actually just make everything one color. So you just want to make sure that you do clean your pen in between when you're applying the colors. And that is how you achieve 3 colors of blending in one word. The blending palette and the blending pen with the Dream Pens can have limitless possibilities for creating custom colors. So when you think you have only 10 colors in one set and 10 colors in another set for a total of 20 colors, you have probably 100 more colors because you can combine them in different ways. So I hope the next time you try out your Dream Pens, you try them with some blending pens and have a lot of fun playing with color. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happy crafting!